Welcome back to Havana Media. My name is Boniface Owino, and as usual, I'm going to be your host for today. Yesterday, it was not a very good day for the President of the Republic of Kenya. It was a moment of shame whereby the President was trying to lie to the public without knowing that he's being watched by almost everybody in the world with the lies as he continues with the lies of every now and then. But before we jump into that discussion, because that is the main thing that I would like us to discuss, the things that are being done by the Gen Zs have never been seen before. The Gen Zs are saying that Tuesday is going to be a public holiday. In short, they are giving us a holiday just the same way Raila Amolo Odinga used to give holidays during his moments of demonstration. Let us listen to what the Gen Zs are saying. As we jump into our discussion, I want to start by asking this question. That is the king naked, or the king is still having some clothes, but the clothes are unfit for him? Yesterday, President William Samoei Ruto was being interviewed. I was on a state interview whereby he had got different guests. Name them people like Linus Kaikai. And they were asking him a question. I think Linus Kaikai asked him, he was asked this question concerning the child. This boy that was shot 8 times, a 12 years kid who was shot 8 times in Rongai. And instead of the president giving an answer of the question that he was asked, he was trying to defend these policemen by giving an example with what happened in Ngong. Listen to what the president said.
There are Kenyans who watch you, Your Excellency. And I don't know whether you are aware that they don't trust what you say. They don't believe what you say. Are you aware, Your Excellency, for example, that a lot of Kenyans increasingly don't associate the truth with you?
That is your assessment because you have never associated the truth with me from the beginning.
No, there's quite a number of Kenyans.
No, I mean, that is
we asked people before we came here
this
evening,
assessment.
Yeah. And many of those that responded to me directly and to even our platforms on KTN News, on Spice FM, on NTV, on Citizen, and we were asking them, what question should we ask the president this evening? And the one thing that many of them were saying is, when will he stop lying? So it's not Linus.
Can you tell us the truth this time?
Let me...
And I would like you to respond to yourself, to the clips that we are going to play.
But you see, Linus...
Let's watch that, Your Excellency.
I think, Linus,
yeah.
you don't bring clips that are in a biased way. You know, you select maybe something that has not happened. No. Can you be fair and select clips across the board? What I said and has been done, and what I said and maybe has not been done.
So let's watch that. Maybe you can watch that.
Yeah. These people don't understand the damage they are doing to the people and the economy of Kenya. Kwa hii taxes wanaongeza usiku na mchana. Na mimi nataka niwaulize watu wa hapa Manga. Tafadhali, mkiona tumesimama hapa mbele yenu, tunawaambia ya kwamba tutengeneze hiyo serikali inakuja ambayo inaelewa lugha ya mwananchi wa kawaida. If you have good ideas, Why do you need the police? Why do you need blackmail? Why do you need intimidation? If you have better ideas, sell them to the people of Kenya. There are enough intelligent people in Kenya to differentiate what is good from what is better and what is best. Ni jambo mbaya sana kama tutatumia askari polisi kuumiza wananchi wasio na hatia eti kwa sababu wako na maoni tofauti ya kisiasa.
I agree with that. It is not fair to use the police to harass citizens who have a contrary opinion. And that is perfect.
That's what they're accusing you of.
I still believe that.
That's what they're accusing you of.
But you don't...
Just a moment. Here's the incident, Mr. President. This boy, 12-year-old, took 8 bullets. 8 bullets into the body of a 12-year-old boy. What would you tell the mother of that boy?
That boy is alive, right?
No, it's not.
Kennedy Onyango died.
He's died.
So he's the one who died?
Yes.
So you're not talking about the person who was shot with rubber bullets?
No.
No.
Yeah?
Shot with bullets
So,
8 times.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
In Ngong, this is the situation in Ngong, right? In Ngong, there was an incident where the police were overpowered by criminals. They took a firearm from the police. They used that firearm against people. And one policeman had to shoot this fellow who had hijacked a gun from a policeman so that not to endanger the lives of more citizens. It is among the 3 people. One of the criminals is among the 3 people who was shot by the police after they overpowered the police and took the bullet and took the gun from the police and used it against innocent citizens. I cannot confirm to you that this is not the man that shot the child, but investigations are going on and we will get to the bottom of it.
Mr. President,
I am telling the mother of this young person that I, as president, will make sure that finally I will give her an explanation of what really happened and make sure that we bring this to a situation where, like her, like myself who have children, she too can be, her child can be accounted for.
No ordinary discourse, Mr. President. Over 20 people are dead. 39 are missing through state-driven abductions. And first, they're asking a very simple question. 24 people dead. Your Excellency, do you have blood on your hands?
They said, tell the president that he's tone deaf. And we ask why and how. And they say, when William Ruto took over as president, he took over a budget of 3.2 trillion shillings. He went to Parliament and he said, Honorable Speakers, I believe that this budget is too high. We should cut it by 300 billion shillings. So you believed barely 1.5 years ago that you can run the country with 2.9 trillion shillings. Barely a few months, you went to Parliament and requested to spend 3.6 trillion shillings. This year, you went to Parliament and initially requested to spend 4.2 trillion shillings. And what do they see in return? They see extravagance in government. They see a government.
And we also know that a lot of people have been abducted within this span of less than 1 month.
No regrets about the abductions and no regrets about the killings.
Those are your words. Those are not mine.
They're also your deputy's
Please
words.
Don't put words in my mouth.
They're also your deputy's words, and he's part of your government, because it's so scary, Mr. President, sitting there and telling the whole country that from this moment on, we should not believe what your deputy tells us about the state of the nation until you speak. Yet we all thought that you're part of the same government.
Don't inject my deputy into this conversation. I think it is not fair, since he's not here, to tell you in what context he said whatever he said. I think it is not proper to discuss the deputy president here, and he's my deputy. Please let me deal.
But have you asked him that you had a press conference?
Deal with the issues as they are now. I think being personal and going that direction does not help.
I wish this was personal, Mr. President, but it's a really serious national issue that right after you spoke, your deputy told the whole world that he was informing us that extrajudicial killings and abductions had returned to this government that he's part of. How surely can that be personal, Mr. President?
I am sure that if you interview the Deputy President, he will answer that appropriately.
People have been abducted. But now, this one of yesterday, whereby in a broad daylight, a former MP, that is Keter, was abducted. Who abducted him while had got a Kenyan number plate.
Ni kama alikosa, ndio walikuwa wanamfuata polepole. Alikuwa amekosa huyu.
Alafu madam
alikuwa amekosa.
But now what is funny is that the president is being asked about the abduction. And what the president is saying, I remember the president saying that the police has got authority and has got power to do two things. If at one point you have been summoned to go to the police station and you've refused to go, they summoned you the first time, you refused to go, you did not show up. The second time, you did not show up. The third time, you did not show up. So the police have got they have got the power to come and arrest you. So I wonder this thing, is this an abduction or arrest? Is there any difference? Because what I know is that there is a very big difference between abduction and arrest. An abduction is whereby you are being taken by force. You've done nothing and you are being taken to an unknown place. And then the arrest is people, they have to show you, before you are arrested, there must be an arrest warrant to show that indeed you are supposed to go to custody. You are supposed to be taken to custody. But now this one of Peter Keter was different, because even the wife herself is saying that what has happened is very painful, and the people that did that, have given the children, because this guy was abducted on a broad daylight. He was taken from his car into the other car. The children were there, the wife was there. And when the president is asked about what he feels for the kids, the president is saying that just like any other kid will shout or maybe will cry when the parent, maybe when in pain, it is normal. The president is saying that is.
So my name is Joanne, and I can say I'm still traumatized up to this time because we were from church, as is usual. Every Sunday we normally go to church, and we had plans for the day. And while we were leaving church, a car just came in front of us and blocked us, and we were all traumatized because things happened so fast. So the thing I just want to say, because the people who came to arrest him, or rather abduct him, were men. You people are fathers. God will avenge this for me, because whatever you have left in the hearts of my children, it is only God that can avenge for me. Wherever they are still calling and asking, where is dad? And I was not even sure whether I'm going home with their dad today. So may God punish this for me. That is all I'll say. Thank you.
Now today, Keter has gone to the DCI because he was told he was supposed to report with the DCI today. And after on his arrival to the DCI, he was being asked some questions on why he was abducted in case there is a reason, maybe something like that. And Keter is saying that there is only one question that he remembers, and the question that he remembers is this guy is asking him his relationship with the former president, that is Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, and also his relationship with the current deputy president, that is Rigathi Gachagua.
Against government. And then the questions that I was asked, one of it is my relationship with the former president, Uhuru Kenyatta, and my relationship with the current deputy president. and then issues to do with arms from Congo. I think it is a movie.
Are you seeing all these people now are from the mountain? Rigathi Gachagua from the mountain, Uhuru Kenyatta from the mountain, and we know very well that these people are not in good terms with the President William Ruto. So he must do all things possible. According to my thought, William Ruto right now is doing all things possible to make sure that he gets clear information on what is the next plan. And I told you here that the rising and falling of UDA party and the rising and falling of Uhuru Muigai William Samoei Ruto will depend with what Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta will say concerning the people of the mountain and Rigathi Gachagua. Now we've started seeing that the things that are going to happen, and what I know is that the worst is still coming. This one is just an example. Today in the morning, Professor called me, and as we were talking, the professor told me something that Mr. Boni, let me tell you something. That is how he called me. Mr. Wino, in fact, he called me, Mr. Wino, let me tell you something. And the way he talks slowly, that the guy is going down. This guy is going down because he's really lying. This guy has lied to us. This guy is every day and every now and then it's all about lies. We can't sleep. Any moment the president opens his mouth, what we expect are lies. Because nothing comes out of the president that is true. The only thing that is true about Mr. President, Matiang'i talked about these lies and he said that these people are liars and they don't even care. The only thing that they can say the truth, the only thing that comes from their mouth truthful is their names.
Because a lot of people lie all the time. You know, some of them now lie like a career. You know, it's like that's what they went to school to be trained. You saw those lies yesterday. You know, people lying. They lie about anything. They can't tell you anything. Probably the only truth about them is their name. They lie all the time. It's saying things that don't exist. And partly also, by the way, people would do better if they did their job. Because if they attended the meetings they're supposed to attend, if they sought briefs from the people they're supposed to be briefed, they will be briefed effectively instead of now going to embarrass themselves in that kind of manner where you say things that don't exist. And ask yourself the question, how do police officers, especially senior police officers who are managing the security sector, feel when they see their leader lying?
As I wind up, before I give you time to at the comment section, there is something that I would like to say. I want to say that the president is dealing with the genuine Kenyans who are very much genuine on raising valid leadership and governance. So it is going to be very difficult for the president himself to handle all these problems. In fact, it's not even. These are not even problems. These are the things that he's the one who brought upon himself. Because if you keep on lying to people, and you do things that that doesn't satisfy people, doing things that do not even add up, do not even make sense to people, it shows that you have a long way to go. I really don't know what you think. Also like to give you a chance at the comment section. But just a reminder, if you're meeting for the first time, please don't forget to click the subscribe button. You can also like and tell me where you're watching us from. If you're within the country, you can tell me which country are you watching us from. And if you're outside the country, you can also tell me which country are you watching us from. And I tell you it again, I've been your host, Boniface. Bye-bye.